If your curiosity burns bright, you're a mystery enthusiast. You probably love diving into the unknown, exploring the unexplained, and pondering over the bizarre. Mysteries have a way of captivating our minds, making us question the very fabric of reality. They challenge our understanding and push the boundaries of what we consider possible. Ever thought about humans bursting into flames? It sounds like something straight out of a horror movie or a science fiction novel, but believe it or not, there have been numerous reports of this happening throughout history. The idea of a person suddenly igniting without any apparent external source is both terrifying and fascinating. Welcome to the weird world of spontaneous human combustion, or SHC. This phenomenon has puzzled scientists, intrigued paranormal enthusiasts, and sparked countless debates. SIC is a term used to describe instances where a human body allegedly catches fire without an external ignition source. The flames seem to originate from within the body, consuming it almost entirely, while leaving the surroundings relatively unscathed. SEC is one of the most baffling phenomena out there. Despite numerous investigations and scientific studies, no definitive explanation has been found. The mystery deepens with each reported case as the circumstances often defy logical explanation. How can a body burn so intensely without affecting nearby objects? What triggers such an event? These questions continue to baffle experts and fuel speculation. Imagine someone suddenly catching fire with no external source. Sounds crazy, right? Yet, there are documented cases where this has allegedly happened. Witnesses describe seeing a person engulfed in flames with no apparent cause. The fire seems to start spontaneously, often resulting in severe burns or complete incineration of the body. The first case was recorded way back in the 15th century, but it really caught fire, pun intended, in the 18th and 19th centuries. During this period, several cases of SHC were reported, capturing the public's imagination and sparking intense debate. These historical accounts often describe the victims as being alone at the time of the incident, with their bodies found almost completely burned, while the surroundings remained largely untouched. One of the most famous cases happened in 1951, to a woman named Mary Reeser in Florida. Mary Reeser's case is often cited as one of the most compelling examples of SHC. On July 2, 1951, her landlady discovered her remains in her apartment. What made this case so unusual was the fact that her body was almost completely incinerated. Yet the room showed minimal signs of fire damage. Her body was almost completely incinerated, yet her room was barely touched. The only significant damage was to the chair she had been sitting in. The rest of the room, including nearby furniture and objects, showed little to no signs of fire. This discrepancy has led to much speculation and debate about what could have caused such an intense and localized fire. Super weird. The case of Mary Reeser, like many others, leaves us with more questions than answers. How could such a fire occur without spreading? What could have ignited it in the first place? These mysteries continue to perplex both scientists and lay people alike. So what's the science behind it? Despite the numerous reports and eyewitness accounts, the scientific community remains skeptical about SHC. Various theories have been proposed to explain the phenomenon, but none have been universally accepted. Well, skeptics say SHC can be explained by the wick effect. This theory suggests that the human body can act like an inside-out candle. In this scenario, the person's clothing acts as the wick, while the body's fat serves as the fuel. Once ignited, the fat melts and is absorbed by the clothing, sustaining the fire and causing the body to burn at a high temperature. Basically, your clothes act like a candle wick, and your body fat fuels the fire. This explanation accounts for the intense and localized burning observed in many SIC cases. However, it doesn't fully explain how the fire starts in the first place or why it seems to occur spontaneously. Other theories involve alcohol, static electricity, or rare chemical reactions, but none of these explain every case. Some researchers have suggested that high levels of alcohol in the body could make a person more flammable, while others have pointed to static electricity or unique chemical reactions as potential triggers. However, these theories remain speculative and lack concrete evidence. Modern science remains skeptical. Despite the various hypotheses, there is no consensus on what causes SHC. Many scientists believe that the reported cases can be explained by more conventional means, such as accidental ignition sources or pre-existing medical conditions. Forensic experts usually find some ignition source, like a cigarette. In many cases, investigators have discovered evidence of an external ignition source, such as a lit cigarette or an open flame. These findings suggest that SHC may not be as mysterious as it seems, and that the fires could have been started by more mundane means. And guess what? No verified cases of SHC in cats or any other animals exist. This observation raises further questions about the validity of SHC as a distinct phenomenon. If spontaneous combustion were a real and natural occurrence, we would expect to see it in other animals as well, not just humans. So, while SHC ignites our imagination, it remains an unsolved mystery, more urban legend than scientific fact. The lack of concrete evidence and the presence of alternative explanations make it difficult to accept SHC as a genuine phenomenon. Instead, it occupies a space in the realm of urban legends and supernatural tales. Until we have solid proof, it's a spooky tale best left to the pages of a supernatural novel. The mystery of SHC continues to captivate our imaginations, but without definitive evidence, it remains a topic of speculation and intrigue. Whether it's a real phenomenon or simply a collection of strange coincidences, SHC serves as a reminder of the many mysteries that still exist in our world.